Hello, I am Bernard Abeku Orchard. Welcome to the YouTube page on Abeku Orchard. Kindly subscribe and leave your comments down there. We'll be talking a lot, interacting and making sure we discuss what we love most, football. Now, well, there's been a lot of football during this week, and I've come your way with some pretty reactions as to what I saw and what my opinions have been. But we go into it again. The guys are on standby. We need to be going deep into what we have seen and plus what we have over the weekend. Chelsea have been a bit of an upside down team, if I'm wanting to use that word for some time. The team has not been able to grind results over the span. But Jackson got a goal for Chelsea, and the celebrations on the social media space from Chelsea fans was quite enthusiastic. But I mean, now Francis, it looks for us now. All that's important now is to grind the results, and no matter how it comes by, it's about the most important goal and how to defend that goal. I mean, Castor walk us through. Many have argued Arsenal needs a striker. Do you think Arsenal needs a striker? Or the coach can probably, couch someone who's a top line. I know the English Premier League is now looking at smart and sharp strikers, those who get in the goals and not playing a lot of football. Is it a time to call for a striker, or it's about the results probably? And that's it.
Yes, Abeko, I think Arsenal needs a striker. I mean, an out and out striker, a goal poacher, a real striker. We have strikers. You can't doubt that, but they're not strikers that you can actually depend on. They are really not strikers that you can say, well, we can get at least 2, 3 goals from them within even a month. Like, you get it. So I think Arsenal needs a striker. Looking at the way we play our games and the way we create a lot of chances, if we get a striker who is hungry for goals, I think we can get a lot of goals out front. We can score a lot of goals. Uh, Look at last season's performance of Gabriel Jesus. He scored only 11 goals. You understand? In the whole Premier League season, he scored only 11 goals. Uh, you look at uh, Edin Ketia, he wasn't even active last season. It's only this season that he's been, given a lot of, chances. Last season wasn't that well. He was given chances last season, but it wasn't that huge as compared to this season that he has actually started well. So you realize that we have given these two strikers a lot of chances. I mean, a lot of time to prove themselves, but it looks like they aren't learning, especially Edin Ketia. He was nearly sold last season, but I mean, Mikel Arteta said, well, he would need his services, and so he stayed. But looking at what he's been doing at Arsenal, I think that he needs to be sold. I mean, we need a different striker. I mean, the likes of Ivan Tony, you can get Osimhen and other strikers out there. You wouldn't get this kind of strikers, this out and out strikers. I mean, goal poachers, the likes of Erling Haaland and the likes. I mean, you wouldn't get them, on the transfer market. They are not much available there. But I think the likes of Ivan Tony and Victor Osimhen are available. Ivan Tony, like this last season with Brentford, a mid-table team like Brentford, he was able to score 20 goals. I mean, he scored even, much more goals than Nketiah and Jesus combined. You get it. Last season, we had the likes of Saka and Martinelli scoring more goals than even the main striker, Jesus. You get it. So you need to get a striker that will get you more goals. You have the likes of Martinelli, Trossard, and Saka who will give you the assist. They are very good at it. They will give you the passes. They will distribute the balls for you. But if you have, Jesus who isn't, capable of scoring more goals, he likes playing the game. He likes, dealing with the balls. Footworks for that one, you can give that one to him. He's very good at, his foot. But scoring the goals, Jesus is like a ball playing striker. He doesn't score much goals. He'll give you one goal. Maybe within 3 matches, you give you one goal. But expect you can't expect much goals from Jesus. So we need a striker. We need to buy a striker like Ivan Tony. He has proven that he is capable of scoring more goals. He has proved himself in the Premier League. So no doubt when he joins us now, he can do it. He can score goals for us now. I have heard from Arsenal's camp that, well, they're exploring something like that. They want to try getting in contact with Ivan Toney for next season. You want him to come and play for Arsenal next season in the January transfer, and that will be a huge boost for Arsenal if this still comes to pass. But I'm expecting Arsenal to also, explore another deal in Italy. Osimhen has been doing very, very well. You can say that some of the most of the Italian strikers coming into the Premier League and fail because of the differences in the leagues, and then different environment and different whatever. But you can still go for Osimhen. Osimhen proved in France. He has proven in Italy, so he can do it in England. You can't write the same story for all the players. Each one and his own talent and what he can offer. So we have to go for maybe Osimhen or Ivan Toney next season if you want to compete with Manchester City, because you can't compete with Manchester City with the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketia, whilst Manchester City are even getting more strikers. Even the assistant striker for Manchester City, so to say, Julian Alvarez. You can't compare Jesus to Alvarez. He is much, much more better than Jesus. He scores. He even dribbles. He has the footworks. You understand? He is an upgrade to Jesus. Not to even talk of Haaland. You understand? So you have a team who has two quality strikers in the form of Alvarez and Haaland. You can't compare Jesus and Nketiah to Alvarez and Haaland. You understand? You can't compare Jesus and Nketiah to Salah and Nunes. So if Arsenal want to compete in the league, we need to get an out-and-out striker. We need to buy a striker by every mean next season. Arsenal need to get a striker by every mean next season. Else, we have to count ourselves out. Getting the Premier League and even the FA Cup. We can't compete because we can't score goals. We just play. We can't score goals.
Mikel Arteta has spoken of the need to support the goalkeeper because he believes he will come through with a lot of important saves for the club and save the club probably. And I was asking you that important question: who is going to win us now? The English Premier League, Raya or Ramsdale? And of course, your analysis was based on, Arsenal first and what have you. But these goalkeepers are quite important. A goalkeeper, Ramsdale yesterday was, a little sure of himself. What do you think should be the way forward for us now? Give Raya another opportunity to make sure he puts Ramsdale on his toes, or well, it should be your initial argument. You are advancing. Every goalkeeper should be for a certain competition. You still stick with that?
With a goalkeeping issue, I think the idea of the coach is gradually becoming clear now. Because initially, I thought that when you use Raya in the Premier League game, I thought maybe he was just preparing him to play the Champions League and then make Ramsdale come back in the Premier League and occupy his place in the Premier League, so that maybe Raya will be, keeping the post for Arsenal in the Champions League. But I realized that after the Champions League game, Raya also kept the post again in the Premier League game, Arsenal's Premier League game over the weekend. You get it. So you have to understand that now things are changing. The coach wants to change things now. Now you want to make Raya the first, choice, the first choice keeper. You get it. And then Ramsdale, the second choice keeper. It is not bad. Ramsdale isn't that bad keeper. He did well against for Arsenal in the EFL Cup. He did very well. He did not even quiet. Some crucial saves. He did. Arsenal very good. He gave Arsenal some part contributed in giving Arsenal that point, that 3 point that made Arsenal qualify to the next stage of the competition. So you can't write off his qualities. You can't write off what he can offer in the team. But for now, I think that things are becoming clear now to we the supporters of Arsenal, because I've realized that now Raya is going to keep the post maybe in the English Premier League and the Champions League, and then maybe Ramsey will be keeping the post in the FA Cup and then the EFL Cup. But things can still change. Ramsey can still be in the post in the English Premier League and then the Champions League as well. But I don't think that Mikel Arteta will be changing the goalkeepers. Here and there. he once said it. I mean, last week he was saying that no one can boast. Goalkeepers cannot boast of. Not even the goalkeepers alone. No one can boast of. I mean, occupying a position in the team. I mean, cementing that position for himself alone. No, he wants to build a team that, I mean, you need to compete before you get a chance to play. For that one, I understand. I mean, that kind of competition that you want to bring to us, and I understand that. But looking at the way things are going, I think that Mikel Arteta is trying to make Raya the first choice for Arsenal, and the second choice will be Ramsdale. And no doubt, Mikel Arteta, I mean, Ramsdale came and met Leno. You get it? Ramsdale came and met Leno, and he became number one. Leno became number two, and he's, I mean, subsequently left the club. Leno came and met there's this goalkeeper, I'm forgetting the name, and he also became number one. So that's what has been happening at Arsenal. You came, you come, you meet, you if you're able to beat the existing goalkeeper, you're already, I mean, number one goalkeeper. You were able to beat him. I mean, you occupy the number one position. That's how things are. I mean, running at Arsenal. So when I heard Mikel Arteta saying that, well, he want to build a team that no one would, I mean, boast of having a position for himself, I was like, no, I mean, he's trying to play with our minds. He knows what he's doing at Arsenal. Last season, Raya's stats was better than Ramsdale. I'm not saying Ramsdale didn't do well last season. Raya's stats was better than Ramsdale last season, and that contributed to his coming to Arsenal. So you can't write that one off. And looking at what the kind of game he has had at Arsenal, the 3 games that Raya has had, I think he's been doing well. I mean, his first 2 games he didn't concede. It was the last game, the Champions League game, that he conceded. You realize that he has been doing well, at least. And his composure, the way he keeps the post, the way he commands his defenders, the way he's even, I mean, calm. I mean, at the post, you realize that he's experienced. So he is good. So I think that Arteta is trying to make Raya number one and then Ramsdale number two. Maybe you can say they are all number one, but then Raya will be keeping the post for Arsenal in the crucial matches, and then Ramsdale will be keeping, I mean, the post in maybe the FA Cups and the EFL Cups and what have you. So to me, I still believe in Raya. I believe in Ramsdale, but I think that with what I've seen so far, Raya is an upgrade, a little bit upgrade to Ramsdale. That's what I can say. A little bit upgrade to Ramsdale. Ramsdale is good. You understand? But you sometimes if you see Ramsdale's fidgeting in the post, you won't see Raya doing that. I haven't seen Raya, I mean, being scared of whatever in the post. Sometimes you see Ramsdale doing that. Maybe it is because of his experience. He's not all that aged. I mean, he's now picking. You get it. So maybe you can maybe attribute that one to his age or maybe his experience. But Raya isn't like that. He knows what he's doing in the post. So because I think that, I mean, with this case, the coach knows best. He knows what he's doing at the team. So let's, I mean, wait and see what he will do with Arsenal. Maybe he can do something and win something for.
Game is against Bournemouth. Another side that will help Arsenal rehearse into the kind of players now would want to assume this period. And now the Premier League is shaping up. Do you think it is no space for leaving any opportunity or points? Going forward, is this the Arsenal we are even seeing? The Arsenal of last season, are we seeing the same thing this season? And are you sure that they can stamp the authority on top of the league and stay there till the season is over, or early days yet still? League, I believe it's shaping up. What's your thoughts?
I mean, the league has already taken shape. Everyone is going. They are all going. I mean, you can see Manchester City with 18 points, Liverpool 16 points, Brighton having 15 points, and I mean Tottenham having 14 points, Arsenal behind Tottenham having 14 points. See, you check the table, you realize that they are all going. There's no way when Man City takes the lead, you are going to bypass it or bypass them. You get it? It is going to be very, very difficult for Arsenal to bypass Man City. They have already taken the lead. And mind you, this season looks like it is going to be a competition between Liverpool and Manchester City. Liverpool are yet to lose a game. They've had only one draw. They have won all their matches. Arsenal have had 2 draws, and other of the matches being a win game for them. But I think that Arsenal, that is the reason why I told you earlier that Arsenal need a striker. You get it? Because there's no way you can be in this competition with such strikers. Let me check the table for you, Abiku. Let me check my facts here. And the goal difference, let me give you the goal difference. Manchester City are leading the league log with 18 points plus 13 goals. Liverpool have scored 10 goals. That is plus 10 goals. Brighton have plus 10 goals. Tottenham has plus 8 goals. And Arsenal are having plus 5 goals, only 5 goals. It tells you that Arsenal strikers are not scoring. You understand? They are not scoring. And so if you want to win the league, you have to score more goals. There's been, cases or situations where teams have to use goals to win the league. You understand? Last season like this, if Arsenal had a lot of goals, it would have boosted, their spirit to fight in the later part of the league. When it was getting to end, it was like 3-5 games to the end of the league. Arsenal were behind Manchester City in terms of goals, and that killed their spirit. It even affected me because I realized that no, we are not scoring the goals, and so it means that even if we had same point with Manchester City, we are not going to win the league because they were leading us with goals. It is very important for a team to get more goals. That is the reason why a good striker is very important here. Arsenal need to get good strikers. So, Arsenal have not started well, but I think that with time and when Arteta get to know that this and this are what are affecting the team, and he tries to find a solution for them, I think the Arsenal can still bounce back.
There you have it from the guys. They've been talking a lot, and I hope for the weekend and what they are to expect. This is a big poetry on YouTube. Please subscribe and put in your comments. We'll love that as well. And we're coming your way with another video shortly.